This is one of those messages where I'm not really sure what's going to come out. So if this message is rolling across your browse features, it has found you for a reason. I'm feeling this tenderness, this vulnerability, this squishiness. And it's this energy of, I don't know, maybe you feel like you've kind of been like, I don't want to say tossed around. It's more of just an energy of like, you've been poked a little bit at, and your body is more sensitive than usual. But it's not just your body, it's your energetic body as well. Whew. And this Mercury retrograde has been emotional, and also the transits have just been feeling pretty, I feel like a lot of things have been coming up to the surface, and you've also been really being seen and being noticed. I'm just getting this energy of like, you've also been standing in positions that you don't normally stand in, or you don't allow yourself to stand in. It's this energy of, again, like vulnerability, that you've been challenged. You've been really placed into this, I want to say it's a really beautiful place, but it might not feel like it yet, right? And I'm also getting this energy of just like, maybe you've had some realizations happening recently where you've been having a hard time trusting in divine timing, trusting in the universe's alignment and unfolding, and you've had moments recently that have kind of been confirming why divine timing is so significant and why it matters for you to have, I almost want to say, the space to come back to things. Like, I feel like you're learning so much right now. I'm almost getting the energy of like, there's some new things arriving in your reality and you're really soaking up information. They're giving me the energy of like a baby, like a human baby. I watched this podcast the other day, and it was this podcast talking about babies and fathers and kind of how important fathers are in the baby's lives. But I don't know what you'd call her, human biologist, human whatever, something, was talking about how significant and how difficult it is to raise a human child because they come out so incredibly helpless. And for those first few years, they are truly soaking up information, like learning, like taking it all in so that they can then apply it, right? And it takes years. And I feel like that's something that's happening right now for you. Boats could be really significant. There was something else. The colors of nature, like greens, blues, and I'm also getting like bears or black bears could be significant as well. Anyways, I don't know, that was random. But what I'm feeling is like right now you're really learning a lot, and I feel like you've kind of been like, it's like the angels are putting you, I want to say things have been on a halt for you. It's not really that they've been on a halt, but I feel like they've been feeling like they're on a halt for you, or that things have really just been slowed down for you. And it's like in that slowness, it's been a little bit difficult to like move through, because it might feel, I'm getting this energy of like, it might feel like you're like in mud, like trying to like move your feet. Or I'm also getting like water. It doesn't have to be like muddy, but I'm also getting like water. You know how in water you just like can't move as fast? Like that's the energy that I'm getting. It's almost like the angels, it just feels like you're like in a bucket of water, like really having been slowed down. And it's really important right now for you to have been. And I'm also getting this energy that maybe you've been like so ready, like you're like, I'm ready. I'm getting SpongeBob, I'm ready. And I feel like you're just like, you want that next portal to step through because you like feel it happening for you. You feel this next season happening for you, and yet this time of like being slowed down is really significant for you in order to, I want to say, like officially close out so many things that have been in your reality, your old reality, and also even more so than that, to finish the imprint of what you need to learn to be ready for this next, I guess, season, right? So it feels like there's some last little things that you're learning right now, and I feel like you've had and been going through some weird cycles of things that have come into your reality to kind of like teach you and prep you for this next season of things that are going to be happening. It's almost like precursor energies or people or experiences that have been coming in, because you needed to kind of understand how to, because I feel like what you've been experiencing recently is maybe like little tastes, right? Again, like precursors of what you're going to be experiencing like massively in this next season. And it's going to happen really fast in this next season, but right now it's like you're having that first rollout of how you're going to process things like that. So it's kind of hard to put into words, but I'm getting like, it's kind of like your perspective on certain things, where like certain experiences and certain types of people and certain, I want to say worlds, like I really feel like you're entering a new world is what I'm getting. Like you're entering, or being brought into a new circle is kind of the energy that I'm getting also, where a bird just landed on this big post too. Birds can be significant. Black birds, I don't know why blackbirds, black bears, bees could be significant. But yeah, so you're being invited into this new circle, and so your angels are like, yes, like you're ready, but also they want to prepare you so that when you're invited into these circles, you kind of have a little bit more of an understanding of the energies you're going to be moving with and through. Like I'm almost getting the vibe that like maybe you've always manifested like being a part of a certain type of community is what I'm getting. Hold on, my battery's dying. Anyways, maybe you've always been like manifesting being a part of a specific type of community, and those community, the parts of that community are different styles of beings than whom you've always been around. Like I really feel like, especially because we're also like moving through a 9-year and going into like a 1 year, technically, we're closing out so many cycles of like the old ways that it's been. So you probably have had like friend groups that have kind of been like falling off, or even in the past like couple of years, I bet you've had like certain people. I'm getting a really strong message of community and people right now. It just got so dark, bruh. Yeah, I feel like you've had some people just kind of like falling off, and I don't even want to just say falling off, but I feel like vibrationally I'm getting this energy that you are kind of like, it's not that you're being like raised in a hierarchy, because it's not like they're not being raised in the hierarchy. I really want to be careful about that, because the energy that I'm feeling is just like you're moving into a new circle of beings that are in a position that's in I almost want to give like a higher vibrational state, because it's not that the other people aren't in a vibrational state that's like beautiful. It's just that you're moving to a different vibrational state that in your experience, in your timeline, is an upgrade, right? So higher for you, maybe they're never meant to go there, so it's not higher for their perspective, right? And I feel like you being prepared for that, like there's a lot of people and experiences and community aspects that have been falling out of your life recently. And I feel like this Mercury retrograde has also been really significant for that, because I feel like there's a lot of, I almost want to say like finalization that has been moving through, right? Where it feels like certain things are coming to a close, and even like past things that like took years for you to move through probably have been surfacing this Mercury retrograde, especially since like I don't really know all the planetary shit, right? But I do know that there was something in Leo, and so it was a super fiery Mercury retrograde, or it has been. I for sure know that I've been feeling that. Like I've been really unnecessarily confident in ways that I have not been in a really long time, and that's that like Leo placement, right? That's like that fire coming to the surface, like a little bit more of like the, am I the drama? I don't think I'm the drama. But that coming to the surface, right? So that kind of an energy. And where was I? That like, I feel like some old connections, like really old connections, probably like connections that you've had for the past like 5 to 7 years is what I'm getting. Kind of like finally the end of it surfacing is what I'm feeling. Like maybe you've had some weird conversations that you like didn't think you'd ever have, but they are the finalization of the close of that is kind of what I'm getting, where I'm almost getting the energy of the Hanged Man from the Tarot, where certain conversations that have come up this Mercury retrograde for you have just like, it's not that they've like been super like, oh, I hate you type of vibes. It's just like more of a closure energy where whatever conversation came up, you were like, yeah, this is like massive confirmation for me that like I know where this is at and I know where I'm going, and this just doesn't feel in alignment anymore, is kind of the vibe that I'm getting. Like certain people, you know, like, and maybe you've also been like, I'm getting this over the past few like weeks, not even Mercury retrograde, like weeks to months. Maybe you've been experiencing like certain people that you used to like really, I want to say like give the benefit of the doubt to and allow your energy and time and space to. You're just like, you're done is the energy that I'm getting, where you're just like, I don't have the energy to give to those kinds of settings and spaces anymore, because it's just like, you're like, it's not that you're even like fighting it, is the energy that I'm feeling, okay? So you're really not like fighting it, you're just, you're like, I don't want to put myself in that place anymore, because I don't deserve to walk out of that place feeling the ways that I do, is energy that's really coming through. So like probably friendships and people in your life that like you walk away feeling less positive, or you walk away feeling, I don't know, I want to say like either put down or just like out of your high vibrational frequency. And those settings with those kinds of beings, you're just like, I'm not doing that anymore. You know, it's like you finally have like had that Hanged Man energy where you're like, that just doesn't serve me and I'm out. And so with all of that closing, like I feel like that's been a big theme, right? And then also you're so excited for the new, because with everything closing, it feels like you finally have space for all of this new to come in. But there's also that divine timing that's kind of like at play, because there's just like this ending cycling out. So then I'm also getting back to that energy of like, there are things coming into your reality, or that have been coming into your reality this year specifically, this 9-year, that feel like, again, like appetizers. Like I almost want to say like appetizers to what you're about to experience. And it's appetizers in the sense of like to prepare you. I feel like there's a lot of things that you've been going through this season that are really preparing you for what's coming. And the energy that I'm getting is like, you don't really understand what's coming, because whatever you're experiencing right now is literally a taste of it. Like I want to say it's about to get so freaking wild for you, and in a way that's like, you're probably going to be entering into it, like especially like as all of these endings close and you really do step through that portal into the next year. I feel like you're going to start to really understand, because like you're going to notice your physical reality like shift so dramatically, and like the specific types of community members and people that reach out to you and connect with you are going to make it very evident, is the energy that I'm getting, that it's a whole new world. I'm hearing Aladdin's a whole new world, a whole new place for you and I. Da 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 da. But yeah, so it's gonna be really evident when you get there. But right now, it's like you're getting a little tiny taste of things, because you're learning how to process them. And I feel like it's really connected to people, so it's almost like you're getting a little tiny taste of the types of people, and maybe even some of the connections that are going to be a huge part of your next chapter. To be honest, you might have met some new people in the past couple of years, but like the friendship hasn't fully developed yet, and those could be those people that might be a huge part of your next chapter. But you get them in like little tastes. It's like you're getting little appetizers of them, and the energy and the ways that you're meant to move through and step into, I want to say union, but I mean, for me, like when I think of my friendships and my connections, they're all union. And so that's why I like that word, because it is like a coming together of two beautiful, intellectual, like intelligent souls, right? And it's such a union, even when it's just friendship, and it's not like, even when it's a platonic type of connection, right? So there's very much that, and there's a very slow ride on these unions that are coming in for you, and that's really significant. And the slowness of it all is really significant. I feel like you've really been like, again, like, let's go back to that like SpongeBob energy, like, I'm ready, I'm ready, I'm ready. And you are, but there's also little preparations, so that, because I just feel like there's going to be some really big things happening in the next few years. Like, I'm feeling this collectively, like, and collectively in the sense of like individually for people, but also collectively. I'm getting pulled back to birds again. For some reason, birds are so significant in this. I feel like messengers are really significant. You might be receiving lots of messages, and like, yeah, like, I feel like a lot of communication has been happening this Mercury retrograde for you, that, again, like, birds too. You've probably had lots of moments with like birds. I don't know. This is significant for someone. Well, back to where I was. I'm like, Freya, you get distracted sometimes. Hold on. Let me just drink some water. Anyways, the slowness. I have sand everywhere because it's been sunny, so I've been out on the beach, and so there's sand like everywhere. This bird is so damn cute. It's literally like sitting on top of this post and just like rubbing its little face into the sides of the post. It's so cute. I love birds. Okay. I'm sorry, I'm so distracted. Okay, the slowness of everything. Like, and I feel like you've been going through cycles of like space. Like, it's almost like you get these little appetizers of the energies that are gonna be in your next season, and then you get them in such a small, like, I'm getting like, they're showing me like a really fancy like 5-star Michelin restaurant, and you get an appetizer and it's like this big. And you're like, okay, I'm spending 80 bucks on this little appetizer. You know what I mean? And you're like, okay, yum. Can we get more? But it's really high quality and it's very significant, and you're learning like you're basically like, it's funny that they're giving me chef references. I think this is so funny because I'm a chef and my best friend is a chef. So yeah, it's like you're learning the way that that specific chef likes to pair things and the presentation, and by getting the little appetizer, you're learning kind of like how, it's almost like you're getting the back-ended energy of what that is, and the very specific like journey that you're stepping into, but through such a small like little speck of it. And then there's another 20 minutes in between the next thing that comes out, right? To really like give you time to like sit and process. And I feel like this is so significant for you right now. And I feel like that time in between, of course, like you're like, I'm ready for the next one, like give it to me, I want to eat. But the time in between is really significant to let you sit and I'm getting marinate in the flavors, right? And obviously it's not just the flavors, it's like the energies that you're experiencing for the next season. I'm burping because I drink water, apologies. Whew. And so the slowness that you're in right now is so significant. And I feel like there's even been some things that have been really uncomfortable for you that feel like they've been put on a halt. I feel like that's been a little bit hard because you feel like you're like, isn't it time? Because you can feel that you're energetically like it is time, and yet the halt is just really hard for you. But I don't know, I guess this energy is coming through mostly just to say like, this is really significant for you to sit and marinate. And the angels are saying, take an example from this past couple of months of something that like you thought was supposed to come in, And then there was so much space in between that it made you almost like, I want to say like go through a whole wave of experience with it and emotion with it. Let it be a person or a job or an experience to a degree that you literally like got fed up and let it go. Okay, so figure out what that is in your life and take that as an example. And you're like, okay, like I'm done, like I'm out, like I don't have the energy for this. And then it would show up, right? And again, and give you another little teaser is what I'm getting, like appetizer 2 of your 7-course meal, right? But in that time, there were so many waves that you moved through of emotions, and the angels are saying that that's so profound for you to move through all these emotions, because that, what you don't see is that is that preparation ground for you. That's what's preparing you for the next season of your life, because it's teaching you in ways you don't understand. It's teaching you how to process things more quickly when they happen on a higher scale in the next season. So you're getting little tiny glimpses of this so that you can kind of like pre-prep to process a higher dimensional frequency of that. I hope that makes sense. But your next season is just going to be so wild, my friend, so big. And there's this giant bird. What's up with birds in this message? Flying over the ocean. I'm parked at like one of the beach spots right now, and it's this giant bird, and it's like whoosh, like as I'm speaking, like going up and down to the water. And I'm like, this is so synchronistic of like the fact that we're talking about these waves that you're moving through. I'm really getting this like beginning energy of, oh, you want to know what they're showing me? They're showing me Avatar. The first Avatar, when he has to learn to link with a creature for the very first time, and or yeah, it's like one of the bird creatures that he links with, not one of the animal creatures, and he links with the bird finally, but then he has to learn to hang on, you know what I mean, at the very beginning before he gets the hang of it. And so I feel like that's like what's happening for you right now, is that you're learning to hang on. You're learning how to make that connection so that you can soar and move through what's next. This message is so, it's like the energy that I'm feeling is that this is really just here to hold you in understanding through this slowness, because there are some things that, like confirmation, there are some things that have been put on such dramatic hold for you that it feels like you're being held back. And you're not being held back. You're just being taught by the universe how to process things more efficiently, so that when they come in a more dramatic tone, you have the understanding already of how to, like, I'm getting this energy, we've been getting this energy a lot. Ooh, this is massive confirmation of keeping shit to yourself, right? Like, this has been such a theme for like months, and I feel like this whole year has been like such a big theme of how to keep things to yourself, how to not tell people certain things, how to yeah, really just allow yourself to have the time to process stuff on your own before moving forward. And I feel like you've probably been experiencing this in like so many different ways in your life, where you're literally just like getting all these experiences, and when you tell people immediately, it really fucks with the experience. And so instead, you're really being taught to keep shit to yourself, right? And to allow yourself to have that slow processing period in order to then move with it when you already know what's going on and feeling aligned with it. Like, I almost feel like you might have even experienced something, this would be really big confirmation, where you would have something happen in your life, and then you would have the angels dramatically pull you away from everyone as it happened, and give you time before you saw any of your friends again, or anyone that you would have talked to about it, so that you were forced into processing of it without telling anybody. That would be a huge confirmation for you. Like, that would be so big. So I can feel that so strong. And again, like, this is so significant for your next season. I feel like that's the message today. Feels good. I was going for a hot minute. I don't even know. I really didn't know what was gonna come through. 11:11 as I'm... No freaking way, bruh. 11:11 was on the time. I never look at the actual time when I'm channeling messages. But that's freaking cool. Okay, well, I love you guys, and I'm gonna end it out right here because I don't really have much else going on. The next time I check in with you guys will be a message that's coming through for the 8-8 portal, which is very exciting. So I'm gonna marinate on that message, and I love you guys so much. I will see you guys in the next message.